They're frightened, and they're frightened about being sent home.
Students from Thailand here on a work travel program at Marine World in Vallejo. Are they being exploited, or is their situation the result of a misunderstanding? That is the question this evening. A KTVU investigation found the students are not getting the hours they say they expected. In fact, they're not making enough money to pay the rent in the crowded apartments where they live. Channel 2 reporter Claudine Wong has been looking into the situation and has this special report.
Head to Marine World and you may see them. 25 college students from Thailand who've traveled thousands of miles and paid thousands of dollars just for the privilege of working here.
Some of them are not as well off, so they borrow money from the aunt, uncle.
It hasn't been what they expected. They paid $2,000 up front for airfare and to enroll in this work travel program. Jobs at Marine World were part of the deal, and the students expected to earn almost $900 a month. But the hours haven't been there so far, and after a couple of weeks here, most are on track to make less than $300 this month. From that, they have to pay for food, plus more than $300 a month for rent. The numbers aren't adding up.
I've been doing whatever I can, you know? Not just a TV or radio, you know, visiting them, taking them around, taking them to find jobs. Take my day off and just looking for jobs. Don't want to work. They don't want to sit here.
John Donata lives in Vallejo and speaks Thai. He met the students in a local store a couple of weeks ago and became concerned.
I was very upset. I'm very disturbed that they're not taken care of.
When we met with the students at their apartment, 5 were sleeping on mattresses on the floor of this one bedroom. They were visibly upset and didn't want to talk on camera. Out of shame, they say they haven't even told their families about the situation, but they did agree to let Janata speak for them.
They're frightened. They're frightened, and they're frightened about being sent home because I'm speaking out on their behalf. I want to earn their trust. I want to speak for them. I want to be their voice. It may not be illegal. It's definitely unethical for them to deal with what they do and get away with it.
Marine World employs more than 100 international students every summer through a contract with Atlanta-based Continental Staffing. Continental handles their paychecks and sets up their housing. A company called Intrax, based in San Francisco, was in charge of recruiting the students and says there is some confusion about how much the kids would work. Indeed, there is. The agreement they signed specifies 20 to 35 hours. Okay, here's the confusion. You say 20 hours a week, right?
Yes.
Marine World says 20 hours every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think we've sorted out that confusion, and it is 20 hours a week.
For the Thailand student-based program, the agreement we had with Continental Staffing was per 2 weeks between the hours of 20 and 32 hours.
But the owner of Continental Staffing says regardless, it is unrealistic for these students to expect to make money. He calls the program a cultural exchange, one meant to provide a good experience, not a profit.
You almost always lose money on these programs because you have to pay for the program, you have to pay for the airfare, you've got to pay for your expenses here.
But when we told them there were 5 students in a 1-bedroom and 6 in a 2-bedroom, he got upset and blamed the students.
Wait a minute, which apartment is this? We don't know. We follow the rules of California. There's only, if it's a 1-bedroom, the max they're allowed to have is 3. We need to know which apartment it is, and I will have the property manager walk the unit. And if there are more mattresses in there, that means they have physically moved them themselves. So we need to know which apartments. They did it, definitely.
The students have not gone through this confusion alone. Janata's church has donated food, money, and supplies. And this Fairfield restaurant owner gave some a second job and a ride to work.
I don't have much to offer because my business is kind of slow too, but I try to do as much as I could.
Marine World is promising more hours. Intrax is promising picnics or ball games. But it's likely the kids will go home in the red. Marine World and Continental say this is new ground. The program is 4 years old, but past students have been from Eastern Europe. This is the first time Thai students have participated.
I think there was just miscommunication on all 3 parties involved, but we worked aggressively to resolve those issues. And we looked to only just better the program and better their experience. You know, we want them to leave here with a good impression, not only of Six Flags Marine World, but the company as a whole, as well as Northern California.
The students have 2 more months to go, and all the parties involved promise things are going to get better. The kids say they just want to work. They don't want to rock the boat. But John Donata says he'll be keeping a close eye on things, and if things don't get better, he'll rock it for them. In Vallejo, Claudine Wong, KTVU, Channel 2 News.
Sanford University plans to start an online high school for gifted students beginning next fall.